Alright, let's take a look at ADA. Coin we've been watching for quite some time. These are really old markings back here. Pre-2020. Alright. Got our high. Broke out. There's a scribble that ended up being pretty good. Get rid of that. Looks like it did follow this swooshing shape. Broke resistance, broke resistance, broke resistance. Did not pull back in Bitcoin pair. Did not pull back as much as I was expecting. Oh, actually, wait, maybe it did. Look at this on a lower time frame. Pretty close. I guess that can count as a back test. Close enough. Boom, 1190 versus 1200. Sweet. Alright, what do we got going on now, though? Getting very close to the yearly high. Let's mark that for everybody. $14.79. It's gonna be probably a good one to put an alert on as well. I want to know when ADA breaks $14.79. Close enough. Alright. So what's after that? If we manage to break it here. Manage to break it here, what's after that? RSI looking a little overbought. That's okay. That's okay. In crypto things tend to get overbought or oversold and stay that way. That's how you see these crazy moves. I prefer to use 80 and 20 as my boundary in crypto. That's just a personal preference. I've seen other people do it. I would recommend taking a look at it, seeing if that works with your TA. Alright, we're all set up here. Nice cooling off, and a little bit more before we're oversold. MACD flipping up. Momentum is increasing again. Negative or sell pressure momentum is decreasing again. It's looking pretty good. We break this 1479 area. I'm looking up here. I guess the exact number 1941, but yeah, within all reason. I mean, like 2000. People like round numbers. I could see that. So far, we keep getting overshot. So maybe I should start adding like a little buffer. A little buffer, just overestimate everything a little. Man, after 2000 sats though, what do we even have? Let's take a look at some of these. $25. This is definitely not all the chart history. Or is it? Actually, it could be. I remember buying it down, like, I remember buying it when it was very newly listed on Bittrex. And I believe it was down here, in like the 300 zone. Did not hold on to that though. That was many a moon ago, and I was not the same trader that I am now. Probably sold it for like 10% gain. Thought I was a genius. Like, haha. Okay. We got 2550 coming up. If we are able to break through 2000. These are definitely longer term targets here. 4,200 and Let's just call that a flat 0,001. That's a spicy chart, guys. Let's take all the gibberish off. This is a spicy chart. We have that beautiful W bottom formation. We have a higher low. We broke the high that we had set in the reversal pattern. I mean, that's just flexing. I'm not sold on this candle just going straight up, though. Something about that doesn't look right to me. But dang, I mean, that is some strength. Problem is, you know, the yearly high is 50 sats up. That's like maybe 5% up. That is a high risk trade. I think there's a higher statistical chance here that we're gonna see some kind of pullback still. I don't know. A candle straight up there would just look odd. Certainly not impossible in crypto, but it would look odd to me. That's just a beautiful W, man. Beautiful. MAs are worthless here on the daily. We don't even need to look at those. They're all just going up. Preserved its macro low. Yeah, that's just what you want to see. It's beautiful. Look at the USD pair. USD pair. Same thing with the MAs on the daily. They're all just going up. That's not very helpful. Let's just get rid of those. I could learn how to click. This chart I just made. I haven't done anything to it yet. Let's take a look. You guys know I almost never look at coins in US dollar pair. I don't find it to be personally as effective to trade. I don't know how to put it. I don't know. I like the Bitcoin pairs much more. I'd rather trade and gain more Bitcoin. That is my personal motto, I guess. Definitely have a few resistances above. Not a huge fan of this wick here in March, though. That is pretty ugly. We don't see that same beautiful pattern that we saw back here. See this beautiful flat kind of rally flat. This W. That's a reversal. This is very interesting. This does not look the same. This looks like a very exaggerated Bitcoin to me, actually. Well, what that tells us is that Cardano's seen a good amount of price volatility outside of Bitcoin, kind of independently, which I think is probably a good sign. Cannot see these wicks. Get the wicks on. There we go. Low in March of 1.017 cents. Our yearly high 0.318. So that is almost 10x off of that March low. That's pretty nutty. 713% perhaps. Here's the thing. This USD pair is looking to this is looking to break the yep, there it is. While we're watching. Just broke it literally while we're watching. Amazing. What that should mean is that either Bitcoin is going up, or let's take a look back. This might have changed since we looked at it 30 seconds ago. Or, yep, that its Bitcoin pair is also rallying. This is a spicy time to look at ADA, actually. Sweet. That's technically a new yearly high. technically, by I don't know, a fraction of a penny. Okay, it's chilling out. Good. I want to continue this. So we broke this. My next target, zooming over to the previous history, 0.193 cents. I think that's a solid next target. I am curious when it's going to pull back, but I guess really there's so much selling that's gone on with it. It may not need to pull back for a while. See if there's an obvious trend here for us to look at. Come on, Trading View. You saw it. Nope. Not bad. Wow, that's clean. That is clean. As I always do, I'll be transparent. I do own some ADA. It's in the top 10 maybe or so of my coin holdings. Not because I specifically believe in it. Just a coin I ended up with a lot of. I don't know much about it other than its chart. I do like what I'm seeing here. Let's see if there's any channel. I wonder if there's a channel here. It's looking pretty channel-y. Might be better looking on this one though. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty solid. It looks pretty parallel. Do they ever cross? Nope. Ooh, so that's a very parallel channel. Cool. Well, this gives us something to trade off of if we felt the urge to do so. Beautiful. I have no idea why it's huge and yellow. Alright, let's get rid of these ones. Oh, so we have a pretty established trading channel here. This gives us a few clues here, is we may be looking to take profit at the top of the channel. We may be looking to re-enter at the bottom of this channel. And if we break out of the channel, we may look to short, we may look to bounce out. Breaking up out of the channel probably will lead to a more parabolic run than it's currently in. That's pretty. ADA, you're a pretty coin. Alright. Cool, so yeah, targets, we have the 19.193 cents. After that, we have the $1.2425. I think that was the all-time high, at least according to calculated by Binance. Rarely do I like the way that the USD pair looks more than the BTC pair, but that's pretty sweet looking. That's pretty. It's like neatly organized. Let's look at them on a shorter time frame. And that's just stepping up, sideways, up, sideways. That's a great signal. It's a great signal for a coin when it's making that kind of move. I should take these off the... Look at that. So remember what I was just saying about overbought, oversold in crypto? Here's a pretty good example. So right here. This is only the 1 hour. Every single time. I don't know why they make these RSI indicators weird colors. Just make it white. Alright, so I have mine up at 80. Standard would be 70, so if you just pulled up RSI on this, didn't do anything, oversold would be right here. Make you a little quick line so you can visualize. So you would be saying this is oversold. Look at this. It touches 80, reverses back to 80, falls under the overbought, and then jumps right back up to 80. This is what crypto loves, man. This is only on the hourly, so it's not a super example, but this is what you're looking for. You want to see a lot of this emerging if you're planning on having a bull run. And if you're planning on having a bear market, you're going to see the opposite. You're going to see coins go down to oversold, and they're going to stay there, bounce around. I really don't think overbought and oversold means what people think it means in crypto, really. I think that's a big misnomer. We already looked at the MACD. Sweet, ADA is looking great. There's just such a little room, I feel, right here. Actually, let's look at USD pair, because most of you guys always look at USD pair anyway. Yeah, right at resistance. Right now, yeah, I'll just say it again. So both in Bitcoin and USD pair, this is a high risk trade. You're literally buying at resistance within 0.25%. Oh yeah. This is up to you guys. Like every trade, it's up to you. For me, this is too much movement, too much upward for me to be interested in longing. I feel as if that, at least for me, I would have already wanted to be in it, or I'll just wait it out, wait for a pullback. The more we see this up sideways, the more we're trapping sells, we're trapping buys in. And it's great to see a lot of coins looking like this recently. I want to look for more of these channels like this on the dollar pair. I have not seen too many. I've really only started looking. So maybe we'll see more. Ooh. Nice. Wonder what else. What else should we look at? Vet has a channel like this. We can take a little look at Vet. Let's see if Vet in fact does. And again, I'm going to share this pro tip one more time. For those of you who don't pay for TradingView or don't pay a lot for TradingView and have a limited amount of charts, up here in the corner, select layout. I think with the basic, maybe even with the, I think even with the free version, you can get a few frames. I think past 3 or 4, you have to pay more. But this will allow you, you can see this on my charts here. I have VET, TRX, KIN, and BSV. And that way it's just saved as one chart, but I actually have 4 charts. It's kind of a nice little life hack there. But now that I pay a ridiculous amount for TradingView, I'm just making charts for everything, so let's make a new one. And this goes away. E. Well, that MACD, that certainly looks similar. That was what we were seeing on 88 a minute ago. Mountains. Okay. Where did we hit? Like we hit a fib extension pretty hard. Pretty closely. I really need to figure out how to set default chart settings, because I hate changing these every time. And even I can't read that. Alright, so it's the 2.618 extension. Looks like VET BTC bounced off of. Man, that is some monstrous gains. So, here's something that's going to be confusing, probably especially for new people, that is rather unique to VET. So, like most coins, I don't really know much about them specifically as coins. I really only pay attention to their charts. So something very, and I say unique because I can't name any off the top of my head that have done this. VET used to be called VEN. Someone feel free to correct me if I'm getting this wrong. Basically, it used to have it was still the same coin, but at some point they changed the ticker, and then they essentially airdropped VET to everyone that had VEN. And when they airdropped the VET, they gave 10 VET to every VEN. So what happened is it really just messed with the charts, so that essentially there is no difference. Like, everyone should have had, in theory, the same amount or proportion of the holding that they did. But what happened is they multiplied the total coin supply by 10 by doing that. And so if you look on apps or something that have long histories of VET, it will look very strange, because all of a sudden that ticker was gone, there was a new ticker, and when you multiply the coin supply by 10, you divide the price by 10 basically, and that keeps the market cap the same. That's not something people are actively doing, that's just mathematical, that's just how that works. So there absolutely is more history here. I wonder how I get it, though. I wonder how. I've never tried to find it on TradingView to show this. Maybe if I type in VEN. I don't know. I guess it's like just simply not included, maybe? Something like that. So, alright, it was VEN. But there isn't a VEN. Alright, I don't know, maybe it's wiped from TradingView. There's probably a way to look at it. So basically, there's more chart history than this. VET did not start trading. Or did it? July 18th. Huh. Now I'm confused, but there should be more. And essentially you'll see a huge drop. Maybe in dollars we'll see the drop. Man, now I'm pickler. Well, you were correct. We do see what looks like a very similar channel here. If it's as pretty, though, which doesn't really matter. That's just me being a chart junkie. Okay, it's definitely not quite as pretty, but there is some kind of channel here. What it really looks like to me is that it established that same channel, but then it broke out of this channel. And now what we're seeing, every time I put a channel up and I expect it to break, I always say, guys, look for this. You guys If you watched that link video, you've seen me point exactly this movement out. Or just see me look at link at all, which I do a lot. Or you guys. Where is it? No, that's definitely not the one. Yeah, here's an example. This is what I'm talking about. The breakout of the channel. You guys can see this big channel here. Breakout of channel and then back test and run. So that's one of my favorite setups in all of crypto. That's just an example. That's not the one we just looked at, so you know I didn't just make that up. Or something, I don't know. There we go. And it looks like maybe maybe it's doing that right now. That could be possible. I don't necessarily... The only reason I trust this channel at all is because we're seeing it on other coins. But if I hadn't seen that on ADA recently, I wouldn't trust that. I would be looking for a move to push the channel out. Since I can't really find... I can't find a point that correlates with that yet. Maybe something like this. Typically I don't consider it like a breakout and back test until we've touched that channel many times like we saw back on Link. This channel might be a little fatter. Maybe it's more like this. Actually, that might make the most sense. Either way, there's another... whoever pointed this out, sorry, I don't remember off the top of my head. This is another example of what we were looking at. This ascending channel on the USD pair. We don't really have any targets because we don't have the history. I'm gonna figure that out. We're gonna make a vet video at some point. I'm gonna figure that out first. It absolutely did split. They airdropped. So basically when they did that, all like the value of it is divided by 10. That's why it can look so weird. Not 2000. I feel like it did come out. I wish someone here knew when Vet came out, to be honest. Because I would like to know. And my dog is barking. Awesome. Well, I don't see any resistance really here. We have this wick that we put in recently. At 237 sats. And as far as I'm concerned, that's really the only resistance that we have here. Up to 274. And then 340 above it. I think we talked about it a while ago, and I think I was talking about a 150 support, and I said if I wanted to enter more, that I'd be looking somewhere around that range. It does look like we've kind of settled back, and looks like we're kind of settling towards it. This one's trickier. I should probably just wait to make a video about this vet until I can get the entire chart history. That'd be a good idea. Alright, my dog is going crazy. One sec, guys.